Okay, so this right here is my 2010 Honda Civic LX, and this is my first car. And today I want to tell you guys why I think the 8th generation Honda Civic is the best first car that you can buy. A little bit about how I got this car. I bought this car about just over a year now. I used this car to go to college and go to classes and everything. And my initial plan was to actually sell it in either in Alberta before I moved here, or when I moved to BC, I was eventually gonna sell it. And I was like seriously considering selling this car. I have so much emotional attachment to this car, and I just can't let it go. Maybe it's because this is my first car. Technically, it's my second car because I had a Subaru Impreza as my very first car. But I only owned that for about 3-4 months because that has so much issues. So, spoiler alert, I would recommend stay away from Subarus. Then I bought this car as my second car, but I've been owning this for about more than a year. So I consider this as my very first car. And so far it's been amazing. I love it. I love to drive it. I love every time I get here. I'm pretty grateful. I enjoy my time with it. So the way I'm gonna talk about this car is I'm not gonna tell like points on why I think it's the best first car. I'm just gonna tell you my experience on why I think it's the best first car. So first and foremost is the obvious, the reliability. But most people think that just because it is a Japanese car, it's gonna be reliable, and that is not the case. My car, I've been owning this for about a year now, and I have spent quite a lot of money, actually about $2,000 at this point, to get it to a condition where it's drivable. Just because it's a Honda, it's not going to be reliable. You need to make sure that what you're getting is very well maintained, especially if it's an older car. Like this car is 2010, so it's about 14 years old now. So you need to make sure that your car is inspected, is very well maintained, you have all the records and everything. Otherwise you are going to get in trouble with there's going to be a lot of like random fixes that you need to do. Especially as someone who's getting your first car, you need to make sure it's very well maintained, all the oil changes are done and everything, and other miscellaneous stuff. The next point I would say is the price. You can buy these 2010 Civics or like the 8th generation Civics for as low as like $3,000. For the price, the car that you're gonna get is extremely good. The next point for me is I think the looks. I think these cars looks really good, and they have aged incredibly well. I think for me the front angle is the best angle of this car. It's very mean looking. Rear isn't my favorite, but other than that, I think this is an extremely good looking car, especially for the price you pay. Next point is it's actually really fun and really enjoy to drive, and that is something I want to tell you guys, that if it's your first car, you need to make sure that you get something that is not boring, that is not like you're not gonna get bored while driving, because this is your first time driving and you need to have a car that is gonna make you enjoy driving. Like for me, I really enjoy driving this car. The stock Civics are extremely fun to drive. I have had these winter tires because I used to live in Calgary when I went to school, so I bought this car with some winter tires. And another thing is the cost that for insurance. It's not going to be super expensive to insure this car, especially someone who's just getting started. If you're young, for example, when I started driving this, I was 18 years old, and I had zero driving record, and this is my first car that I bought when I was in Canada. And overall, I think it's a very solid car. For me, the reason I think this generation of cars is the best car that you can get is because if you were to go to the 7th generation, I think they are now a little bit old. If you were to go to the 9th generation, I think that you can get, I think 8 and 9 generations are like the sweet spot at the moment. I haven't seen tons of 9th generation Civics going under 10k, but you can find tons of 8th generation Civics under 10k. So yeah, for the price you pay, I think these are extremely solid cars, and I love mine. Now let me actually show you the interior a little bit. It's nothing special, to be honest. I did get a Apple CarPlay head unit, and I also have my dash camera, and those are the only two things that I have done. It's actually quite spacious. You have good enough leg room, you have good enough headroom. I got a sunroof, which is pretty cool actually, and the back seats are decent. I've actually never sit in the back seats before, just because I drive this most of the time. So yeah, that's gonna be the video for today. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know down in the comment section below if you have any suggestions that I can do with this car. Right now it's pretty stock, as you can see, but yeah, if you have any suggestions for what I can do with this car, please let me know down in the comment section below. And also any other videos that you would like to see with this car. I'm planning to keep this car for a while, so yeah, if you guys want to see any other content, let me know down in the comment section below. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, drive safe. See you all very soon.